Well, hi, I'm David.
And I'm Gail.
And we're off on another interesting walk. We're in our hometown of Winnipeg, Manitoba. We just left our home, which is just across the Portage Avenue there. And we're on our way, believe it or not, we're on our way to the Winnipeg International Airport.
Yes, you know, the International Airport in Winnipeg is just 5 kilometers from where we live. So it's quite capable of being walked when we go to the airport with our hand luggage.
So that's what we're doing right now. We're on our way to the airport. This is more or less a practice run for us. So we're going to turn this way now.
Sure.
And yeah, so it's a practice run, and we're going to be going through, well, we just went through a nice residential area. We'll be going through actually a very interesting natural area and a lot of residential spots as well. But it's all quite entertaining for us, and it's a great way to get to the airport, especially if you know that you're going to be backpacking like we will in the coming weeks. Next Tuesday, we will be doing this walk again. It'll probably be leaving around, something around, what, 2 o'clock?
I think it's 2 o'clock in the morning because the plane leaves at 5 a.m.
5 a.m., exactly. And so it's going to be pitch black. So for your benefit, we're doing right now a nice sunny Sunday afternoon, so you can see what we're doing. Hi, guys. arrived. Here we are at the Richardson International Airport.
In Winnipeg?
In Winnipeg, yes. It took us about, well, we've done this trip many times and it normally would take us about 50 to 55 minutes to do it.
But it was very, very pleasant on a gorgeous Sunday afternoon. Now, we didn't take the most scenic route, did we, David?
No. There's two routes that you can come here. The route we took today is the most direct route. So it's, you go through a lot of industrial and commercial big box kinds of areas by shopping centers and what have you. So it's a little bit more gritty, I would say. The other more scenic route, which I think maybe we might do in next summertime.
I think that might be a nice blog to do. Just to note, we do like gritty and we like industrial. We find it very interesting.
We actually enjoy this trip, but we know we often get eye rolls when we do this trip. So.
Not everyone shares our enthusiasm. Now, the other trip is more scenic in terms of just the flora, but also there are some historic sites along the way, which are kind of interesting too.
Of course, the big bonus of what we just did today is that we were actually able to walk to the airport and in order to catch a flight, and we've done this many times now, and it works quite well. Especially if we're backpacking, like we have all of our stuff that we normally carry on the plane, and as a matter of fact, we would take this all and carry on, and it's all for a walk that's going to take us about 500 kilometers. So why would we not tack on another 5 kilometers, to just to get to the airport? It just makes sense, really.
And the other bonus is that when you're traveling and you're just so cramped, it's good to get a good walk before you actually have to undergo that indignity of being in an airplane.
Yes. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed this little jaunt of ours. And if you did, please give us a thumbs up. And if you want to also subscribe, we'd certainly like to have you along on our future adventures, which is going to be to Japan in about a week from now.
That's right.
Really?
Subscription is usually my line, but David shares my view on how wonderful it is if you can be a subscriber. And if you live in one of those rare cities where you live close to the airport and can maybe walk there, please let us know. We'd really be interested.
Yeah, just drop a note in the comments. And until our next adventure then, this is David.
And Gail.
Signing off.
Bye-bye.